And is there, in your communications to the public, there's some confusion, I think some people, as to whether the second question is mandatory or optional, whether the voters actually have to kind of check or not check one or both, and so
Sure.
just some clarification there perhaps for our viewers would be helpful.
So there's two questions on the ballot. The first question, it asks voters to choose whether they want to keep the current first past the post voting system, or do they want the province to move to a proportional representation voting system. So that's question one.
Right.
Question two, it asks voters to rank 3 proportional representation voting systems in order of preference. And those systems are dual member proportional, or DMP, mixed member proportional, or MMP, or rural urban proportional, or RUP.
Right, okay.
So those are the questions that are on the ballot. We're going to provide comprehensive instructions to each voter, both in the voting package that we distribute to them, as well as on our website and other areas on how they participate, how they go ahead and mark that ballot.
Right.
So they can answer one question or they can answer both questions.
Right.
If they choose to answer the second question, they can mark 1, 2, or 3 preferences.
Right.
So there's a lot of flexibility in there.
Right.
A question that we have gotten is, if I respond to yes, I want to keep first past the post on the first question, and then I also answer the second question, will you count my answer for the first question?
Yes.
Well, yes, we will. We'll count the valid answer, all valid votes for the first question, and all valid votes for the second question.
Right. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if some people just answer the first one and leave the second one blank. Or more intriguingly would be people who just answered the second one and left the first one blank. But I guess you'll count whatever is properly indicated on the ballots. They will be duly recorded and reported.
We'll provide voters with complete instructions, and then it's up to voters to mark the ballots.
Well, part of the instructions or information, Anton, kind of explain, lay out what particularly in the second question, the 3 different voting systems that they're being presented with. That'll be a key question. Is some concern that people know, rural urban's kind of a brand new hybrid idea, doesn't exist anywhere in the world. So there seems to be a real need for some basic information. It's a challenge to describe a system that doesn't exist, but how will you go about trying to provide instructions or information to electors to make some informed choices on that?
Yeah, so that's a core part of our mandate, as I said, is to provide a public education program to voters that both speaks to how to participate, so how to vote in the referendum, as well as providing factual and neutral information about the systems that are on the ballot. So we're going to roll out a comprehensive and detailed program beginning in September. The first piece is going to be an information card that's going to be sent to all residential addresses in the province that'll focus mainly at that point on getting on the list, getting ready to participate. So make sure that your registration information is correct with Elections BC so that you can receive your voting package on the mail out. Then as we move into October, November, it's going to shift really to how to participate in the referendum and what information do you need to know. So what are some information about the systems that are on the ballot? And so we've been working diligently over the last month and a half, and are very close to being able to at least put some information out on our website. That information will go out earlier in advance of the information card being mailed out. Then the second piece is we're going to be sending a very detailed voter's guide out, again, to all residential addresses in the province. And so this detailed voter's guide will have information on the referendum, on how to participate, and information about the systems that are on the ballot.
Right.